Now we will see types of muscle contractions. In this we are having two types. First one, isometric muscle contraction. Isometric muscle contraction. Second one, isotonic muscle contraction. Suppose if we take one muscle, this is bone, this is also bone. Between these two bones, we are having one muscle. Between these two bones, we are having one muscle. This is muscle. What is this isometric contraction means? In this isometric contraction, the length of the muscle will be same. Length of the muscle will be same, and the tension will create inside the muscle. Tension will create inside the muscle. This is nothing but the isometric contraction. The tension will create inside the muscle. Tension, how it will create? The gap between, see, this myosin, this actin. Here will be having like this actin. Again, if we take, this is our actin. Again, here we will be having myosin. Okay, like this. If we take sarcomeres like this, tension will create means here cross bridges will form. Here cross bridges will form between the actin and myosin, but sliding will not happen. The sliding filament will not happen. So because of this cross bridges, here tension will be created. Sliding is not happening. So that's why the length is not going to change. That is isometric contraction. Isotonic contraction means here myosin will be in the middle, here actin will be there. So here cross bridges will form and it will slide in two directions, either towards or outwards the muscle. So here isometric contraction, length of the muscle will change. Either it can increase or it can decrease. It can increase or decrease, and tension will create inside the muscle. This isotonic contraction. In this isotonic contraction, we are having two types. First one, isotonic concentric contraction. Second one, isotonic eccentric contraction. Isotonic concentric and eccentric contraction. Isotonic concentric contraction means here myosin will be there. So here this is our actin. The cross bridge will form between these two cross bridge, and sliding will happen. And here actin and myosin will overlap. Will overlap more. That means nothing but shortening of the muscle fiber. And if muscle fiber is going for shortening, then muscle will go for shortening. So isometric contraction is nothing but the shortening of the muscle. Now we will come to isotonic eccentric contraction. Here eccentric contraction means here the gap between, see, myosin and actin. There is no overlap between the actin and myosin. So that the length of the sarcomere will increase. So that length of muscle fiber will increase. Finally, length of muscle will increase. This is nothing but eccentric contraction. Here the length of the muscle will increase. This is isotonic eccentric contraction. Apart from this isometric and isotonic, here we'll be having one more, that is isokinetic. This we can't take exactly like a type of muscle contraction, because it is going to controlled by the missions. Some missions. Otherwise, external forces to mean done by the some external appliances. So what is this isokinetic contraction means? Here muscle will contract under constant environment, either constant resistance or constant speed. So here everything will be calculated, and everything will be preset. So before doing movement, we will set everything on the machine. How much resistance it should come, how speed patient can do movement. So everything we can set in the machine. Then we'll ask patient to do this muscle contraction, that is isokinetic contraction. So some examples, usually some isokinetic missions example. For best example is the biodex mission, and one more mission cybex. Mission, and one more mission is there orthotron. So these are the some missions where these things will use for the isokinetic action of the muscle. Here simply to say that, suppose if our quadriceps muscle is weak, to increase the ROM of the quadriceps, what is quadriceps muscle action? Knee extension. So in this isokinetic, what they will do, one mission will be there. In that mission, they will set some resistance like weight cuff. They will set some 10 kg resistance. So patient knee joint will be like this. This is knee joint. So here mission will be here, mission will be there, the resistance will be added to the leg, or here upper or lower, usually lower it will add. Then patient has to do knee joint extension. Here what's the point is, here already settled is 10 kg resistance is there. To lift this weight, patient has to generate his quadriceps muscle contraction. Patient has to generate it quadriceps muscle contraction. So according to this weight, here movement will happen. It is like a constant speed. It is like constant speed. Everything will be settled in the mission. So this is about isokinetic contraction. Okay, isometric, isotonic. These are main. This is isokinetic contraction. Okay.